So there's a lot of people that watch YouTube, whether it be yourself, me, your neighbor, I don't know, the person down the street. This thing has literally become the largest platform on the planet for entertainment purposes. Everybody and your mother watches it. I mean, it's a big deal if you haven't heard. But one of the things that people don't know is how difficult it is to actually make original content and try and build a channel and build a community from the ground up, from literally nothing, no social media, no nothing. And that's the exact situation that you potentially could be in if you're watching this video right now. And you might be wondering to yourself, 1 month, 2 months, even 1 year into this process, is it time for me to quit? Is it time for me to give up on my dream and move forward and stop trying to chase this dream of being a YouTuber? And I mean, to be honest, the answer could be yes, but the answer also might be no. There's a lot of people that quit way too soon. So let's go ahead and talk about that. What is going on, gamers? Welcome back to the DomGaming channel. My name is Eric, and today what we're gonna do is talk a little bit about motivation, what that looks like for me, and also talk about whether or not you guys should be quitting your YouTube channels or potentially continuing to pursue those dreams that you guys have had since you were little kids. Before we get the video started today, guys, I do want to mention that I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting around 8 p.m. Eastern, so you are more than welcome to stop by. We can talk about not only today's topic, but any other topic from the past, the future, whatever it may be. Maybe you guys are in 2022 watching this video. So definitely come on by, see what we've got going on, and yeah, drop that follow. Selfish plug? Why not? So before we can get into like the advice and whether or not you guys should be quitting YouTube or any of that stuff, I kind of want to give you guys a little bit of background because not a lot of people know why I started YouTube. Now, if you're watching this video 10 years down the road for whatever reason, back in 2020, we had something called COVID-19, which completely flipped everybody's lives over upside down, and it's been bad. But the point is, and why I'm bringing that up, is that it basically put me on my butt. I had a career in a marketing job, and after 2 years of doing that consistently and really just being on the rise and not really having time for anything else, let alone like starting a YouTube channel, what happened was after about a month of this hiatus starting, I decided of all the things I wanted to do with my time was build a gaming desk. Don't ask me why. Not sure where that idea came from. I don't remember. I do remember drawing a sketch of it, this desk I'm using right now, and taking it upstairs to my girlfriend and telling her, hey, look at this. What do you think of this idea? And she looked at me like I had 10 heads. While I was building it, one of my friends, Buzz, actually said to me, hey, you know what? Why don't you try streaming, whatever. I don't really remember the exact conversation, how it came about, but the point is that he's the one that got me into streaming, and I wanted to get better at it, because anytime I do something, I want to be as good at it as possible. So while doing research, stumbled across Alpha Gaming. I'm sure you guys have watched that channel. If you guys are watching this video, you probably have seen him at least once or twice at the very least, and if you haven't, go check him out. Really great channel. But anyways, the point is that one of the biggest pieces of advice he gave me through his channel was that if you want to grow on Twitch, you need to create some kind of other content on a more discoverable platform, because Twitch does not have an algorithm, as most of us know, and if you didn't know, well, now you do. But the point is I decided to create a YouTube channel alongside my Twitch and just kind of start throwing stuff on the wall, to be honest. Like the first video I made was the Call of Duty video. The second video I think I made was a Destiny video. Then I made a weapon design video, like what's the best weapons for the AMAX over in Call of Duty. Point is, that's how I got to where I'm at now. 3 months fast forwarded, and we've actually built this small community together. And I say small, but I also want to be very clear, an amazing community that we're building together. This isn't just me, this is you as well. But anyways, that's kind of how we got to where we're at today. Now with that community I've grown, one of the biggest things for me and one of the things that pushes me to continue going, or is a motivation for being able to even do this and continue making videos every single week for you guys, is because I feel almost obligated to publish something for you guys, because you've taken the time out of your day when you could be watching somebody else like Markiplier or PewDiePie. You could be taking the time to watch them, but instead you're taking time to watch me. And that genuinely means a lot to me. And so one of my biggest motivations for continuing is just simply you. And maybe that's corny or whatever, that comes off as like, I don't know, artificial. Maybe somebody will say in the comments, oh,
he's just saying that to get us to like him and get subscribers.
But genuinely, that's not the case. And then another thing that keeps me motivated is, quite frankly, myself. And it's not, stereotypical, oh, I could do this. More like along the lines of, I've wanted to do this for so long. I have the opportunity to. For years, I told myself I wasn't good enough, and I told myself, oh, people aren't going to want to watch you, Eric, you're not good looking enough, or you're not, smart enough, or you don't have opinions that matter. Trust me, I know that sounds like a pity party, but I genuinely used to say those things, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody watching this right now that says the same things to themselves and they just don't like to admit it. Back when I was 15, 16 years old, I depended on having this guy as my editor whenever I had my own channel back in the day. I think it was like 2011, I made a channel, and I quit YouTube because this other kid decided he didn't want to make the videos anymore. And I quit, which is so dumb in hindsight. Like, if I would have continued going forward with things, who knows where it could be today. The point is, though, is that for me, the fact that I wanted to do this for so long, I always gave myself excuses not to do it. I always told myself, you know, maybe someday. Once this opportunity arose, once I saw that this is something I could actually pursue because I had the time in my hands, you know, I just feel like I owed it to myself. And the most important thing for me, honestly, is that I just want to be able to prove to everybody, and more importantly, myself, that I can do it. And the reason I'm still doing it and I'm not giving up and I'm gonna keep pushing is because I have that, you know, passion in me that I have to be the best at everything I do. I want to be able to be the best version for you guys, but I also want to prove to myself that I was wrong and that I can do this and that there is some value in the things that I have to say, and hopefully I can help some people along my journey and help you guys grow your YouTube channels and your Twitch channels at the same exact time while I'm growing myself. Now, pushing yourself and motivating yourself to continue striving after a dream of yours, that's an important thing to do, but there's also comes a time when you have to kind of reevaluate what you're doing. There comes a time when you have to say, is it time I quit doing this? And it's not because you're a failure, it's not because you're a quitter, but there's a potential that these things are holding you back from doing the things you're supposed to be doing. Not everybody's meant to be a YouTuber, not everybody's meant to be a streamer. It's just not how it works. For all I know, I may not be meant to do this stuff. But the point is that there comes a time when you have to call it quits, or potentially you just probably shouldn't be doing this. And one of those is overall if you just can't handle being online. One thing that I knew going into this is exposing myself to the internet, creating content, is also going to expose myself to the haters, I guess we could call them, whatever. If you can't handle that, if you can't go into this knowing, hey, there's a potential somebody's gonna comment on how ugly I look on a video. If you can't handle those things, you probably shouldn't be doing this stuff, because you are exposing yourself to trolls and all the other things that come with being, you know, what do they call them now? Like influencers? I'm not an influencer, but a content creator, whatever you want to call it. The point is that if you're exposing yourself to this kind of stuff and you have very thin skin, then you probably shouldn't be doing this. But the biggest reason, in my opinion, and what's going to stop me from doing this, is that if YouTube, if Twitch, if content creation in general gets in the way of your family, gets in the way of your life, whether it be like you're trying to go to college and your grades are slipping, or you're supporting a family and you can't pay your bills, in those situations, you need to stop. And that's all there is to it. And that's really, in my opinion, the only thing that's gonna stop me. If YouTube is affecting your life in a negative way, or if creating content on another platform, whatever it is affecting your life and affecting your loved ones, more importantly, or your mental health or anything like that, you need to stop. Maybe you don't quit all the way, maybe you just take a back step on it, but you need to stop. Now, I don't want to end this video on a negative note, so the biggest thing I want to leave you guys with is, yes, there are situations where you could potentially need to quit YouTube, but too many people quit too early. They just quit because they feel like they can't do it. I don't want you making the same mistakes. Tip number one that I can give you guys for motivation for staying on track and continuing to do this is just remember why you started it in the first place. Go back to that first conversation you had with yourself where you said, you know what, I want to do this. I want to bring something to the table that hasn't been brought to before, and remember that. Trust me, most people quit things because they forget why they started them. And also on that point, remember that you're not the only one that's going through this. You're not the only one feeling this way. There's many people like myself for the past 10 years who say to themselves, oh, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 and I don't even post a video. You've probably posted videos. You probably have subscribers. I didn't even have that. You get what I'm saying? So remember that you're not the only one that's feeling this way. But honestly, above all else, remember this, and this is gonna sound cheesy as hell, but I don't care. Every single person is unique. Every person inherently has value to bring to the table. I don't know what your value is. I don't know the person that's watching this video right now, but you have value. You just need to find it. You have to figure out what is your it factor. I've talked about this before, and figure out what inherently makes your opinion valuable. And you need to bring that to people because people deserve to hear that. People deserve to be able to hear what you can bring to the table because every single person has that ability. Now, most people, they don't go ahead and capitalize on that. But at the end of the day, every single person has potential to be able to be a YouTuber or be a streamer. It's just not necessarily everybody's meant to do it. In that case, you need to make sure that you're giving yourself the opportunity to share with others what makes you inherently special and what makes you different from all the other YouTubers out there. What is it that you bring to the table that I can't do? What is it that your favorite YouTuber doesn't do that you can do? Think about those things. Think about how you can incorporate it into your content. And trust me when I say that in itself is going to be the most motivation I can give you to not quit YouTube. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. I wanna say thank you again so much for watching today. Thank you for getting to the end of the video. And of course, smash that like button for me and go ahead and subscribe if you guys haven't already. It does let me know that, hey, you know what? We like your content, keep on making more. If you guys wanna go check me out on Twitch, you are more than welcome to stop by. I really appreciate it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting around 8 p.m. Eastern, every single week, we're there. You should be there too. And if you guys didn't already know, I did drop my brand new merch store recently, so you guys are more than welcome to go check it out and roast the hell out of me or tell me how great it is, whatever you prefer. I honestly just want to get some feedback on it, so go ahead and drop a comment below. But again, as always, gamers, stay awesome and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.